In this video, I'm going to share with you my culture shocks here in Nairobi, Kenya. For those of you who don't know, Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. Kenya is a country located in the East Africa. You know, neighbors of Kenya are Uganda, Ethiopia, and Somalia. You know, maybe you can remember me another country I've forgotten, but that's where Kenya located. But Kenya also located in the East Africa, you know. So that is why I'm gonna share you my culture shocks in Nairobi, Kenya. The things I've made, the thing that have shocked me, you know, by the time I've reached here, these things have really shocked me. And then I say, wow, you know, this is like a culture shocks. This is like anything else that shocked me here in Nairobi, Kenya. Because I've been here in Nairobi, Kenya for some quite good time. So I've seen a lot of things that shocked me. So this is what I'm gonna share with you today. Please stay tuned, subscribe or share this video and give a like for YouTube algorithm. Wow. So guys, the first thing I'm gonna share with you that have surprised me here in Kenya, by the time I've landed here, you know, it was really a cold moment at the airport. I don't know why, because I find weird, because by the time I left the airport, it was not cold. And then when I asked the guy, one of the driver, he told me that the airport, it's cold at that time. It was very freezing, guys. I don't know if you have experienced this, but by the moment I landed here there in JKIA Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, it was very, very cold. You know, it was cold. Let me tell you, cold. You know, sometimes they say Africa is always hot. Oh, you've never experienced cold, you know. It was cold, it was freezing. And then I was wondering, you know, because, yeah, they told me this season is a mix of rain, you know, mix of cold season. I don't know if it's a rain season or it's a cold season, but it was cold. You know, that's the thing that have amazed me. So by the time I left the airport, I was just going towards the city, the CBD, Nairobi, and then it started getting hot. You know, it was cold, but now it started getting hot, and then I was really amazed with that. Wow. So the weather is different. And then I asked one of my friends and told me, you know, at airport sometimes it get cold, you know. So I didn't get the real answer, but that's it. That's the best of Nairobi, Kenya. So the first time I just getting outside of the airport, and then I met with Nairobi National Park. Oh my goodness. This is the only city that have the national park. You won't believe it? But I've never seen other cities. Maybe you can tell me if your city have the national park with all the big five. It's found only in Kenya, Nairobi. So I was very amazed by that. And then they told me they have the big five. You know, if I mean the big five, I mean these big hunters, you know, like the lions, yeah, the elephants, you know, like these big animals. So the big five are there in Nairobi, which means you can come and visit Nairobi and then you enjoy the safari. You may have like, let me say like a layover of some quite good hours, and then you decide to visit Nairobi, you know, and then why not you go to the national park? It's just a few meters from the airport. Nairobi National Park. This is one of the things that have amazed me, you know. And then this park, it's in the city, you know, because most of the countries, they have parks outside of the city, like for example, my home country, you know, to go to the national park, which is called Akagira National Park, it's quite some good distance. You know, you just left the city, you go the way outside, you know. And other parks, they're outside of the city, but this one, you just find the Nairobi city, you know, you find the Nairobi CBD on that side, and also you find the national park. which is good, and then which is make Nairobi the unique city, because it's unique. This is what's the things I've seen that is unique here in Nairobi, the national park. Wow, you know, we don't have to walk all the way. Yes, it doesn't mean that Kenya doesn't have another national parks. As of now, it's popular, you know, it's a home of safari, as people say, you know, because they have the Masai Mara, they have a lot of parks, you know, they have the landscape. Kenya is beautiful. It's not Nairobi only, guys. It's beautiful, you know. There is mountains like Mount Meru, you know, just few kilometers. No, just it's near of Nairobi. That's what I can say. You should also visit there. And then there is a lot of national parks in Kenya. So that's the things that have really shocked me for the national park. And I say, wow, this is good. Another thing is the Giraffe Center. Man, this place is amazing. If you visit Nairobi and you've never been to Giraffe Center, you have never visited Nairobi, because this place is one of the places where you can be able to feed the giraffe. I know giraffe are most like loved animals because they are unique. So it means you're gonna get a chance to be near of a giraffe, you know, like just few distance you can feed the giraffe. You can even stay there. So that's also a place you can just enjoy in Nairobi. Also, they have another one called the elephant orphanage, you know, so where also they feed elephants. You have to book and schedule everything like that. So those are the things that happens here in Nairobi. Those are the shocks. So let's go. And another thing is this is weird. Don't take me wrong, but on my side it's quite weird. I was going to a place in Kamakis, you know, for people in Nairobi, they know Kamakis. And then this is a place where you can find nyama choma, you know, one of the best nyama chomas. So as I was heading to Kamakis, and then they served us, of course, you know, we go and test. So yeah, Kenyans also, they give you taste the meat, you know, because that's weird. It's my not weird. It's my first time to see, because we don't test meat, you know, but in Kenya they test, you know. Actually, in our culture, we used to test beer. You test beer, you know, the local beer. You test. What else do we test? We test like beer. That's the main thing they test. But here in Kenya they test meat, you know. They first give you a bite. You have to bite so that you know the real meat you wanna eat. This thing's good. I've liked it, you know. And then their meats are very big, you know. They're really big. They're nyama chomas. So that's the shock. We were testing the meat, and then you know, it's quiet for me the first time, you know, because in other places I've been to, I've never tasted meat before I eat. So they serve me, and then I eat what they serve me. So I taste the meat, and then it shocked me. Another thing, that the main shock was the bone soup, you know, because it was my first time to see someone drinking a soup in a cup, to tell you the truth, you know.
So guys, this is like a bone soup. It's my first time to taste here in Kenya, and the way it looked like tasty, you know, in the cup. You know, Ash from the other side, you know, Rwanda really like milk, you know. So when you have like a hot milk in this cup, you feel like, oh my goodness, you're gonna drink it well. But now this is a soup of bone soup, you know. Yeah. I'm tasting here in the name of this place is Serengeti, you know. Yeah,
Kamakis. I mean Kamakis.
So this is the bone soup, you know, and it really look tasty. So let me taste it for the first time here in Kenya, you know. Wow.
Maybe you should have another.
Wow, it's really nice, you know. It's sweet, salty, of course. And then another thing, it tastes like a bone marrow, you know.
And then I got surprised. Maybe you can see on the video, I got surprised to see my friend Gracie just drinking a soup. You know, she was ordering like bone soup. And then I say, wow. So the bone soup, you drink the bone soup into the cup. For me, I used to drink like, that this kind of cup is for milk, like tea. And then for me, I see a they're drinking bone soup. That was the shock. To tell you the truth, that was the shock. And then, yes, every country has their culture and the way they do their things. And this is really the shocks, because it's really something that's you cannot understand if you've never been to the place. But it's really nice too, because I've tasted and then I've enjoyed. It looked like a milk, of course, the bone soup, they put in a cup, and then the first cover looks like a milk, and then it really tastes good, it tastes like a bone marrow. So that thing have really shocked me. And then I say, wow, Kenya is so different. Kenya, you have unique, you are so unique. Wow. So another thing is the Nairobi Expressway. To tell you the truth, I've been to East Africa, and then it was my first time to see such a kind of infrastructure, such a kind of road. Yes, we have to appreciate, because the good thing that happens, we have to appreciate, even if you take it as a small, but celebrate every success you have. I'm telling you, because other people, they might not have that opportunity, to have such a kind of infrastructure. So the Nairobi Expressway, it was a shock to me, because when I was driving there, the guy told me, one of a friend told me that they used to go to the airport and they wait 4 hours in a jam. 4 hours in a jam, just waiting to go to the airport. So if the things like that happens and you use 15 minutes to the airport, why not appreciate such a kind of things? That's like really an impression, a shock. Because this Nairobi Expressway, it takes you towards the JKIA, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. It passes through the CBD, just all the way from the Westlands, It means this is really a nice thing Kenya have done, and it have to be appreciated. It's a shock to me, it's first time to see such a kind of road. Yes, there are other big roads in East Africa. When you go to Tanzania, you find nice roads. When you go to Rwanda, you find smooth, clean, nice roads. Uganda also have big roads, but I've never seen the thing like Nairobi Expressway. It was my first time, and that's why it's a shock to me, because by the time I was driving there, you feel like you're not in Africa, the way you pass through the city, this tallest building, skyscrapers, Nairobi is a city of skyscrapers, as the Kenyan said, and then you pass through the skyscrapers, you really feel, wow. You just seeing the city, because I was really shocked. It was in the morning. Yes, the sky was not clear, but I really shocked by that expressway. And then it's kudos to the government of Kenya that have done this thing. This shows us like Kenya is developing, it's developing every single day, which means like you can go and come back, you find that things have totally changed. So the expressway, it's really nice. And then I can also add the Thika superhighway, because I live on the superhighway Thika, to Thika Road, and then every time I use Thika highway. And sometime it used to have like a heavy jam. I don't know if I can call it a heavy jam, but Thika Highway is also another big thing in Nairobi, Yeah, Thika is an industrial town, yes. So from that industrial town coming to the CBD of Nairobi all the way to other places, this is the thing that is good. That is good. So you Kenyans, you have to appreciate what you have. The Thika superhighway is a good road. It's a long, and it helps movement of people and yeah, the way people move. So let's go to another shock. Another shock is this is quite like personal. I've never, maybe it cannot be the shock to you, but for me it's personal. I'm gonna talk about Kenyans themselves. These people, they are really good people. They are really good heart people, you know, because there are people who really shows you like the outside face, but Kenyans, they show you the heart. If they're happy with you, you know, if they're not, also they show you, but they show you the good heart. They support you, you know, they just want you to succeed. They just want you to proceed, you know. So this is like a personal thing that happened to me. I don't know what's happened to you. Maybe you tell us in the comment section, but this is the thing that happened to me, which showed me that Kenyans, they are good people. You know, they are good people. They like to host everyone, you know. They like to share, you know, what they have. They like to enjoy. They just invite you to many parties, weddings, to their homes, you know. You go, you share lunch, you share dinner. Wow, this is the good thing, you know, because the good heart they show is really an impressive thing to me, because they have showed me good hearts. They have supported me. You know, even you are watching this video, you are supporting me. So please smash this the like button, you know. And I'm gonna take this with another thing is Kenyans, they are also patriotic. You guys, you love your country. Wow, you love your country. To tell you the truth, you cannot talk bad about Kenya and you live Kenyans are gonna bash you, you know. I'm not saying that you cannot talk the bad thing that happens, but you cannot, like, you know, these guys, they I don't know how to explain it, but these guys, they love their country, you know, because every time I've moved or I've toured the city, you find like everyone is wearing like a Kenyan bracelet. I don't know if these are from the Maasai's, the Kenyan bracelet, but for me, I have the Kenyan, I have the Ugandan, I have also the Congo, you know. So I had also mine for my country, but I've lost it. Maybe I'll buy it, but this is like an East African one, you know. And it's really nice. So every Kenyan have a bracelet of their country. This is the thing that it's in their blood. They show you patriotism, you know. They want to showcase their country, you know, and then they want to feel that they're Kenyans, you know. You want to feel them too when you are with them, you know. They want to show you their country, what have to offer, you know. When you visit, they want to show you everything, so that you can know their country. So this is the thing I also liked that Kenyans does better, you know, because yes, all of us will love our country, but Kenyans, they show everywhere. So this is the thing I've realized that Kenyans does better. Another thing is the matatu culture. Yes, this is only happens in Kenya. You know, the way they design matatu. Actually, we used to have such a kind of matatus, but these small ones in my home country, but they have demolished them. They are no longer in their services. But the way they design the matatus, it's quite innovative. For me, I'm just looking on the side of innovation, because these guys, they just take like a motor engine, just only the engine, you know, and then they build the body from Kenya. They build everything from here. So it's like they're making the body, only the engine. That's the thing they import. So that's what they told me. So because I've had other talks with those guys of matatus, and then the way it's designed, you know, and the way it's have like these stickers everywhere, you know, every designs, different designs. Wow. It's really nice thing, you know. And then when you go inside, yes, you have to be forced to listen to music. If you don't want, it's up to you. You leave them at that too. Yes, that's the thing. Also, maybe they can work on it, because you are forced to listen to music. You are forced. Because you're on a matatu, you cannot say reduce the volume, no, whatever. Even if you have a call, it's up to you. So you better go in a matatu when you keep your phone, when you don't have like you are called to someone. So it means you just go there, you will call after. Because you cannot even talk with your neighbor because the music there are very loud. They are very loud. So this is a uniqueness of Kenya, you know. So in each country you go, yeah, for travelers or for those people visit, just try to like respect the culture. For me, I'm not taking as a bad side this one, no, because I respect that. So even every time I go in matatu, I just go in, you know, wherever the music is, wherever it's loud. So I've chose to ride matatu. So if you want the quiet thing, just go to Uber, there's Bolt, there's taxis, these taxis, so you can like board a taxi. But if you want to board a matatu, you're gonna listen to forced music. You're gonna be forced to this music. Yeah, that is how it is, you know. But for me, I've liked the way it's designed. So on the innovation side, this is the thing that really nice to Kenyans, because me, I'm also a car. I love cars, and they will love the way these matatus are designed, you know. So the way it's designed here in Kenya, you know, they only brought the engine. It's something really nice, something really good. And then this is the unique of Kenya, the uniqueness of Kenya. Yeah. And then another thing is yeah, the uniqueness of Kenya. So another thing that have shocked me here in Kenya is that when you go to these matatus, the price goes different between the hours of your travel. It means when you travel in the morning, like in the rush hour, like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 6 a.m., the price is gonna be high because more people are just going and traveling. So, but when it's about like 10, 11, you know, the price reduces. So these things quite weird. I don't know why, because the distance is the same. So if you put on if you put on a 60 shillings, 60 bob, yes, it can be 60 bob, but there's no need of increasing the price or reducing. But I'm not condemning them, you know, it's their business because they know how they do it. So, but that's also something that have shocked me, you know, the prices changes. So it means like tomorrow you may use this matatu and you pay 80 bob, and tomorrow but one you pay 50 or 60 bob. So it depends. So that's also something that have really shocked me here in Kenya. And then as we come to the end of this video, another thing that have shocked me in Kenya is that the nyama choma. Yes, I'm gonna repeat that, the nyama choma, because yes, in Kenya there is this eating points, you know, for these workers or people who works around the city, you know. So in these eating points, you find most of the time the food they have is like nyama choma and ugali. That's the only foods they have. So I just wondered, does Kenya have food really? And then yes, they have food. Yeah, they have food, but there is their favorite, you know, favorite food. So it's ugali, nyama choma, sukuma wiki, and yeah, the cabbages, you know, those are the foods they eat every single day, you know. So as I was visiting different eating points in Nairobi, you know, I just find that, you know, people are eating like ugali, nyama choma, and you go to another place, ugali, nyama choma, or they are eating fish and ugali, or they are eating chicken and ugali. So it's ugali and another thing. So that's the thing that really amazed me, because you in those points, you know, it's only ugali, you know, it's only ugali. So I've asked them, do you have any other option? They said no, we serve ugali and whatever you choose to eat with. So it means it's ugali and nyama choma, and their food is quite dry, you know. That's how they used to eat. And then I get used to that, because actually I was not used to eat the dry food, but now the time I've been here, now I eat dry food. So those are the things that have really shocked me here in Kenya. And then Kenya is beautiful country. You should also plan to visit, because if you have never been to Kenya, like I'm talking to East Africans, please plan a trip. Whether you're from Tanzania, you're from Uganda, Rwanda, Congo, and Ethiopia, these surrounding countries, because it's easy to visit Kenya. And also the government is working hard to make the visa free, so it means very soon you are free to visit Kenya. But even the neighbors, they don't need visa. Like East Africans, you don't need visa, so you can be offered a good time to visit Kenya and you explore. You know, the reason of visiting is to learn, because I've learned a lot of culture here in Kenya I've never seen anywhere. So I've known a lot of things, I've learned, I've explored, so it's really an enjoyment, you know. So you too, you can plan a trip to Kenya, you know, and visit. Also, Kenyans watching me, you can also visit other countries, you know. You can visit Uganda, there is a lot of to explore. You can visit Rwanda, there is a lot of to explore. Tanzania and other countries. Let's just have a culture of visit, you know. This is the thing that's not really Africans, we are not really doing it, and we always think that is expensive, but when you do your research, it will not be expensive, and you'll be happy, your life will be changed, because we travel to enjoy, we travel to learn. So it means you also can enjoy, because there's something there in Uganda you can enjoy, there is something there in Ethiopia you can enjoy, there is something elsewhere you can enjoy. So more video like this to come, so please make sure you subscribe, you like this video, you share to your friends, and then see you in the next one. I love you all.